Welcome back to the Scrum. It's been a minute.
It's been a hot minute.
You know why?
Week.
I don't know why.
I know why.
We've been busy.
Shouts out my buddy John getting married, dude.
Shouts out.
That's why.
Shouts out
out
him getting married.
Out in the backwoods, North Carolina, for a wedding. Beautiful wedding. Got way too drunk. Could not make the podcast.
It did happen.
You know what the difference was? Who did I text at 2 in the morning, if not the group chat, to say, hey, man, I don't think I'm going to be there tomorrow.
Right. Because some other people in this room, and that's probably why they're not on, that's why they're not on camera. They don't deserve to be.
They were on camera on Wednesdays.
He didn't let us know. And then we didn't have an episode because of that.
Mm-hmm. Did we put out the audio? Fucking dying over
Did
here.
we?
Did put out the audio?
Yeah, to the point of you were here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't even just like, man.
It wasn't even like the morning of, like, oh, guys, sorry I'm late.
Like,
No.
we were on the page of, like, this is what's happening.
Mm-hmm. We had to call a whole different human being to find out if he was even alive.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like, imagine if this was like the first ever live one we did.
For real.
You know,
Producer
for no
gets
one,
blackout
and you
night
just
before.
not there.
I hope you trust that I would not do that the night before our first live
Why not?
thing.
You have a problem, don't you?
That's more important. I do, but I manage it.
That's all that really matters.
That's what we're asking
Except
you
for
to
that
do
night.
better.
Except for that night.
Except for that night.
That's what this is about. This isn't
But-
an intervention. This is a work performance review.
Now that's cold.
Dude, I had to write little, I don't know if I told you all this. So, like, in the ceremony after the wedding, right, they, after pictures, because I was in the bridal party, they, like, introduced the bridal
Humble
party
brag.
to, you know what I'm saying? And, introduced the bridal party to the rest of the people there, right? Little, like, intros. So I had to write, like, Jimmy, because none of John's wife's family has met any of his friends, because John keeps every segment of his life separate. So I had to write the intros for Jimmy, James, and Adam, for, like, them introducing him to the crowd, dude.
I see.
It was good. It was good.
That's good. They gave you had a lot of power.
Had a lot of power. And they told me I could pretty much do whatever.
Yeah, you could have been like, no last names, but you'd be like, this is Jimmy Little Dick. Whatever.
Well, I talked about how he had no chin. That was like my big punchline for him. I was like, he grew a beard to hide the fact that he has no chin. It was a
That's
good
awesome.
time.
No, there's nothing wrong with having a little dick. I have a little dick, but that's just
So don't feel bad.
just say it. Just say it at someone's wedding.
Dude, shouts out Jimmy too. He just got out of
Man,
heart
his little
surgery
oh
yesterday.
shit!
I don't know where you're about to go with that.
What?
He
Little
just
Dick shouts
Is
out.
that a shouts out though? I mean, it's a shouts out, but like
he. I mean, it's,
you just
know
don't
what I'm
set me up like that.
Nah, you know what I'm saying. I was gonna let you go.
Yo, Jimmy, man, you hanging long.
Yeah, he had to get an aorta replaced. They had to put a little tiny dick in the place. So there's how it connects. You think that's like a HIPAA violation?
For you just to tell us he had heart surgery? Not
Yeah.
that he had heart surgery.
Well, that's specifically what it was.
Did they put a little dick in
They
there?
put a little dick in there. Shouts out.
like a little dildo miniature.
like
in
the little
place of-
lollipops. That,
but, like, that's the
on
stent.
Bachelorette things.
You know how? Yeah. Like I don't know what I assume a stent. When I hear a stent, I picture something long and skinny.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know, sort of longer than it is wide. Just that, but like a dick shape, as the stent.
Yeah,
That's what he's got.
this was got, and he's walking.
That's what I meant by little penis.
Did he ever get a catheter? Dude, that shit. Have you guys? I've never had to do that shit, but that's like top two.
That's
Never
awful.
once.
That's like top
That's
two.
that poor guy. Well, you know,
Did they put you asleep for that?
short past. Sort
Not too far to
Have
travel.
I met Jimmy? I
don't
think I've met him.
I don't think you met Jimmy.
Poor Jimmy.
That is all right, dude.
Was he-
It's even funnier
he
that you
there
haven't.
when-
Who was the cat that showed up in the work boots when we moved you?
That was Jimmy.
Was it Jimmy?
That was Jimmy.
Is the cat show up in the work boots?
Because
Did
it was
he show up?
it was like the first thing.
It
that
was
like the-
happened.
summer.
oh, when you helped
It
me
was
move. Yeah,
when
like
it was
the last
summer,
one.
and he showed up in baggy jeans and work boots.
Yep.
Like, yo, man, this ain't a stockroom at
He was
BJ's.
hours late. We got pissed at him. I never told him to come help move. He was like found out late in the day, came over to help when we were done, and then just got shit on for just trying to be a good guy. Which is, if like you've known Jimmy's path and our friend, like the group's friendship, it's kind of been par for the course. Which is even funnier that when you didn't know who he was, you were shitting all over him because it's just like it's Jimmy. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Like,
Jimmy's a really attackable name.
It
you
is.
know?
He's Jimmy. You know.
Well, shouts out Jimmy.
Shouts
man.
out Jimmy though.
Shouts out Jimmy.
And his above average penis.
Oh man, but Travis Scott, dude. Travis Scott,
Speaking of above average
Astrofest.
penises.
Okay. You seen Travis Scott? Man, that was A$AP Rocky's video you saw, dude. They just kind of have the braids going
First
on.
of all, don't hit me like I'm confusing them. You're the one who's
I'm just
using that
saying.
as a setup. Secondly,
You just forgot who's Sex Tape League. That's all.
I'm saying because bro dick down a Kardashian, whether his shit's doing good for him at all, that's a quality penis.
Okay.
Point blank period. This got high economic value just attached to it. It made a very valuable baby.
Yep.
That's it's not even debatable. Like, so yeah.
So
Now you like it.
Astrofest. Is the 8 people died?
Yeah, I
Is
mean
that
that's
right?
not funny. Obviously,
8 people
horrible
and whoever
tragedy.
else.
More injured.
And there's some younger people involved, right?
Yeah.
Like this is a
Yeah, I mean,
a
some
young
people,
person's concert.
People like not out of high school and shit.
Right,
like,
it's
real
terrible.
fucking-
And more of course should have been done by the organizers, the event. Apparently, or in city police, as they
Yep.
have an obligation to be involved in events of this size.
Yep.
Fucking Travis apparently during the whole thing was
Egging the fans on.
right. Which
Throughout.
if that's the case, then like, yo, you're done, son. Like
Yeah,
you
it's,
should see some criminal shit for that.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least.
Aside from the legalities,
Yeah, so, I mean, just fucking.
the liability charges,
Yeah.
whatever, negligence.
Yeah. And just, taking care of those families for some shit that.
Which
I'm putting
I
it
would
on
assume
Travis.
that's gonna happen anyway.
I'm putting it on Travis. Well, some of that's come out, and we get into that because that shit's even crazier. But
Don't tell me he's not giving up.
well, you'll see.
Oh, God.
So I put it on Travis, like the organizers. I think it's like Live Nation. I'm sure because they own every music venue in the whole country.
Yeah,
It seems
yeah,
like. And whoever else put that together, that let a bunch of fans break in. Apparently, the event was already oversold. Like, there's a bunch of shit that happened before Travis ever got on stage that should have never something should have been done. I don't know what that is. Obviously, especially with people breaking in. There's got to be
But that's the focal point of where it's 100% on the organizers and security to see those things as they're happening.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
and people are getting mad at security, and they're like, they had a bunch of high schoolers and college kids that are security, and it's I did that shit in college. You know what I'm saying? Just there's a security staff thing that there's this event, you put on a fucking polo, go out there, stand with the walkie-talkie.
You're like, I'm not big enough to be a bouncer, but I'm big enough to do this.
Well, they tell you, they're like, if some shit goes down,
right, you gotta be ready.
No.
Oh.
Quite the opposite. They said some shit really goes down.
Okay.
You radio us. We radio the cops. They're like, if you don't get in fight, you're not fighting anybody. You shit like that.
I'm not taking the job then.
Nah, what are you talking? Dude, I was doing beer fest and shit up in the mountains. I was all ready to be like, yo, this shit's, they're about to fight. I'm not getting in the middle of these two big motherfuckers.
See, just in my head, if I'm gonna go do that, I'm ready to fucking go. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it because I know if I'm gonna fucking do that shit, I'm gonna see that shit and instigate it. I'm gonna pick a side.
No, I'm out there just Pete. I didn't say nothing to nobody, son. They were like, yo, make sure people they had hand out these beer stein things. That was the only thing they were supposed to refill, and they're like, make sure that people aren't refilling other shit. And I was like, oh, okay.
If you saw some shit, what you do is you're all right, you and you just come over here. You take him a quieter area. You're like, all right, 30 seconds. Go ahead, take
Wrap
care
it
of
up,
it. Yeah.
I got the radio. It's up to y'all.
And you're
How serious
looking
is
out.
this?
You're looking out. I'm like, all right, get off of them.
Oh, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
Are we good now? Everyone, go be cool.
Yep.
Don't tell nobody. Nah, I wouldn't even do that. I would just watch them do it where they in the middle of the thing that was happening.
This is crazy. I
Just
want to be down here.
Hey, yo, no, yeah, they're fighting. They are fighting.
Now, and because of that is what you would have been told what to do, and some people, volunteers or whatever, would have been those people who possibly could have been the ones doing that shit. That all can snowball into what happened.
Yeah. And part of it is definitely the culture that's been established of his show, of his fan base, really.
And the way it spreads, not to really even bring social media into it so much, but how much for people who don't go to these shows see those crazier highlights.
Yeah.
And go into it assuming
Like,
that it's got to be the craziest.
Like, this is the night. Like,
Right.
This is the night.
Yeah.
It feels, I don't know, it feels weirdly
Forced.
empty. Yeah, forced and empty. I don't know. You know, like, it's very, very weird. And then so.
I'll credit, obviously, XXX Tentacion, all his shit aside, he was on some pretty wild shit. But to credit the younger generation of artists, he was one kind of doing that where no others weren't.
Yeah.
Uzi, I'll give a little credit to.
Yeah,
I guess.
But it's just like, I don't know, man. It just when like you see the videos of like the people jumping on top of like the fucking ambulance and shit, and it's like what, like what do you like why that? What do you think that ambulance is there for? Like that's not the cops coming to arrest you. Like it's not a fight the establishment thing. Like that's someone going to like, yo, there's people that need their lives saved.
Yeah.
Like they don't just like. I've been to a decent number of festivals and stuff. Like they don't just always drive the ambulance to the front row of the fucking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I don't know. All of it was real fucking scary, really. Because I don't think back to like the shit we went to when we were younger, and it's like I never went to Warped Tour, but I'm sure that shit was fucking insane.
There was just different moments
in the but also
where
similar,
shit happened.
like to Travis Scott's fan base's age. Like Warped Tour, I think is very comparable. You know what I'm saying?
Same demographic.
Yeah.
I mean, 100% the same demographic. A lot of those kids listen to alternative heavy music for sure.
And it's just so, I don't know, shit like that always just makes me think, like man, like that's like I'm glad just shit like that never happened. Because if you're a fucking 15-year-old and something like that, dude, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just it's no good. I know Lexi was saying like she went and saw Brockhampton right after Saturation 2 came out in Chapel Hill. It was like a fucking like $20 show.
I think we were talking about that last time.
I feel like we were, and then just like that, like some young girl got like her leg broke there, but that same thing where because apparently the day of, Kevin Abstract like tweeted out like, "Yo, I'm sick. I'm not going to be performing like at this show." And then like right at the beginning, I forget what song played, but like he came out. It's like people were crazy because it was it was Brockhampton.
That's gonna
when shit was crazy, and then everyone was like, "Oh shit!" It's just like, bro,
that's gonna do it.
Scary, man. But so after the fact, now he's reached out and he's gonna cover funeral costs of the people, I believe, and then you get a 1 month free subscription to BetterHelp. He went out and got a brand partnership in the wake of, which is, as it's come out now, you just get that when you sign up for BetterHelp. You just get like us three, if we just wanted to sign up for that service.
He's just going to preemptively send them the email.
Yeah. And so, and dude, I had heard of BetterHelp just because I listen to podcasts, right? You know what I'm saying? They
it's
seem
called BetterHelp?
It's called BetterHelp. It's like, I've heard of it just from
they
like
talk
a
about that in our fucking...
It's like teletherapy.
Yeah, it's like teletherapy.
Yeah,
but so
we got that shit at work for benefits.
Dude, like as it comes out that this is what's happening, people are like, yo, like they straight up outsource like the therapy.
Right.
They like mass certify a bunch of people, like on some like not even like a racist thing, but like the Indian call center stuff. They like outsource, certify a large group of people, and then you're just like,
yeah.
And then I was just reading stories, dude. Like one woman had a therapist who was just like a 94-year-old woman in like critical care, and she was like the therapist. Like it's
she at least can speak from experience.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's fucking.
She's seen some shit.
She's
like,
definitely seen some shit.
She was there at the Great Depression. I watched this video today. This really has nothing to do with anything. Just old people.
Yeah.
I watched this video today. There's this show, like back when like TV was just coming out, and it was called like
2005 or something.
Yeah. There was this guide. You like scrolled through it.
Crazy.
There was this metal dish on the roof. Fucking. There's a show. It was just like some game show. I don't know what the fuck. But the best part about it was like Winston cigarettes was just like everywhere.
Yeah.
Like everywhere was just big Winston letters. And the show is like basically the host would have a guest come out who would have like a secret, and then this panel. I don't know if they were contestants or if people he would actually know or give a fuck about would ask questions and guess who that person or what the secret is. Okay? They bring out this guy who's fucking like 96 years old, right? Barely walk or whatever. The host has to like help him over. And they start asking him questions, and before they begin, the dude like leans in to like for the old man to tell him what it is, and they show it to the audience like in letters on the screen. So like I'm not gonna tell you guys yet. so they start asking this dude, and then they start before they even begin again. He's got this big fucking bandage on his head, and the host is like, yeah, so Stuart here, he was talking to us coming over, and he fell down the stairs at his hotel, and we told him like, man, you shouldn't come, and the doctors let Stuart know that it was his decision if he wanted to come, and he said he wouldn't miss it. So he's here, and he's fucked up. Like, basically, like, this guy is going to probably die later from this injury. Apparently, he died 2 months later. I saw it in the comments. But anyway, yeah, right? So this motherfucker is, they're like, all right, so you're how old? I'm 94. He's like, all right, so you would have been, sounds like some dickhead on the panel was like, all right, so he was born in 18, whatever. Like,
yeah.
Right? Come to find out, this dude might have been the last living person to see Abraham Lincoln murdered.
That's crazy.
That's what the secret was. That's what he said. He saw Abraham Lincoln get murdered. He was 5 years old when it happened, and the way he remembers it was a guy falling from the balcony, and that guy was fucking Abraham Lincoln.
Wow.
So that guy's old.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah. And it's funny, so the panelists are like, all right, so the secret, was this a pleasant thing? And they're like, no, it wasn't that pleasant. It scared me. It's like, okay, did this happen to someone of significance? They're like, yeah, it's pretty significant. Like, were they in political office? And they're just like, yeah. It's like, president?
Yeah.
They just slowly picked away at it.
That's funny.
I think someone was like, because they were looking at the years, someone, I think before that was just like, did it have to do with the Civil War, you old motherfucker? Like,
you old fuck.
You're old as fuck.
Damn, that's really fucking crazy. That's really fucking crazy.
We need to bring that show back. And
That
people
is
just
pretty
need
good
to be.
shit. I feel like a version of it is coming back.
Bring that shit back.
I feel like
want
I've seen
just,
like advertisements for something like that.
and those are the people who actually know shit, are the people who like no one's asking questions. They like have all the actual. They're there, witnesses, but they don't want to talk because they need to be safe.
Yeah, no, we got the D'Amelio twins on fucking like A&E, the next Kardashian family, dude. Aren't you excited? You don't even know who that is.
I've literally
I was watching them search like where, like why, like
I have
what,
no
who is
idea
that?
who you're talking
The TikTok
about.
stars, dude.
The sisters,
Yeah.
the Charlie and what's her face. Right.
Yeah.
The last name was just like right the fuck, right over my fucking head.
That shit's fucking.
Like the D'Amelio. I thought D'Amelio was like a dude. And see, when you said D'Amelio sisters, I was like,
it's like the movie Sister Brothers. Seen that on Netflix? It's got
I've seen White Chicks.
White Chicks, kind of like that, except they're not. It's got Joaquin Phoenix and what's the John C. Reilly.
Martin Wayans. Marlon Wayans and Joaquin Phoenix. And White Chicks too.
White Chicks too.
It's only one of them doing white face.
No, they still make Joaquin do the white face, and they still like white makeup him up.
No. They put Joaquin in blackface
And call it White Chicks.
And then, but then put him in white face over his black face. He's like, all right, Robert Downey Jr., you thought your shit was meta.
Yeah.
I got you.
Hold
my Oscar.
That's funny. But, dude, isn't it wild how, like, just to, like, kind of wrap up the fucking Travis Scott thing, but it's like that fucking, remember the South Park whole season where it was like, we'll never be able to tell, like, ads from real people? Mm-hmm. Like, it's, like, to that point. Like, where his apology is just a fucking advertisement for like another
straight up. They were like, all right, Travis. Like his people came to him and said, Travis, we need you to do this apology video now. He goes, well, what's the bag? And they're like, no, you got to apologize.
You got to pay money.
Is it what? Well, get so and so on the phone. They owe me a favor.
Yeah,
and just like hook it up.
It's insane, dude. And the apology video was awful. He looked like he just woke up and was like trying to make it look like he was crying, but he just kept rubbing his eye. Like there was obviously no tears ever coming, but he just kept like
Kyle Rittenhouse.
No,
he looked like a 5-year-old. He was just like,
yeah, he was just like
so
not
Kyle
looking,
Rittenhouse.
like a confused 5-year-old.
It was funny.
I just keep seeing the same person in my head.
But Yes, right. You know what I'm
Hurricanes
saying,
are like what, like
10-1 now.
10-1. Yeah, they lost one game. Yeah,
dude?
what are you
Seth
gonna do?
Jarvis playing. I think we talked about that.
Yeah, no, he's playing out.
Nino's
his
hurt.
mind.
Brett Pesci's hurt. That's not cool.
Not cool.
Not cool at all.
Anderson's playing great.
Anderson.
He has
Ranta's
defense
hurt.
in front of him.
Ranta's hurt. Where'd you stand on that hit? What was your thoughts? Did you see the hit, Ranta? I forget. It was against Florida. I forget who it was that hit him.
I don't remember.
Well, he's out now. They got called, I think 5 in a game misconduct on the ice. But
what about any post?
I don't think so. Well, I guess what happened was pucks cleared into our zone. It's D'Angelo and fucking Lomberg, I think, for Florida, in a race for the puck.
Lomberg fucked her.
And like right at the dots, and Ranta comes out to play it. D'Angelo peels off. Lomberg still, very close to the puck.
Lomberg
Just
fucked
fucking,
but
just fucking pops Ranta. He's off hurt. Went back home like that night. I guess you call it goal interference, but I wasn't like, I don't think it was malicious.
How about that shit? And this wasn't as crazy, but fucking Chicago is playing Pittsburgh, and Carter took like a downward swing at Fleury's glove hand, and then Fleury took a swipe at his legs with his stick, and Fleury got the fucking slashing penalty. I just happened to watch that highlight earlier, and I was just like, Jesus.
Did you see
Christ.
Bennington swing his stick at dude's face a while back? Dude?
Yeah, he's an absolute child.
What is going on with that?
Yeah.
Like how many like temper tantrums are we away from him just like fucking
tripping, like actually making him?
Doing whoever. What was the famous the biggest penalty in like NHL history?
What, Brashear,
yeah,
or on Brashear,
yeah. Getting fucking like
McSorley.
baseball batted to the head.
Yeah.
How far is Bennington from that, dude? Like he swung the stick at the guy's face. Crazy. Yeah. Crazy.
Wow. You playing Vanguard later?
Probably hop on for it, you know what I'm saying? Hop on for a little bit. I've almost got my MP40 gold. I just need long shots.
Yeah, I've been working on the STG.
Nice. I think I'm gonna I gotta just start doing shotguns next, dude. I'm like, all I play is the Das House map.
Yeah.
And that's all anyone's doing is just. So like I gotta be one of them, you know. Can't beat them.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna leave here.
Okay, both of us.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we play Vanguard.
All right. Dylan, did you hear Josh is going to set up his second monitor to the other computer and buy me a Tarkov account, and we're going to play like...
Is that the case?
We're going to play like shoulder to shoulder. Yeah.
That's what we said, yeah.
We don't even need Discord, dude. We just talk to each other.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
So.
Have fun
Jacob.
with that.
What's up, man?
You need a lozenge.
I do.
And so where can they get us
and some Claritin
if they want to Venmo you, Cash App you for some Ricolas?
Dude, send me allergy medicine money.
Do it, dude.
At Talkin Sauce Pod, no
Do it,
underscore,
do it,
respect
do it.
the underscore. If you're watching, like, subscribe, hit the bell. Scrum every Wednesday, podcast every Monday. You get me at JCOBJ1 Josh. Dylan.
I already you teabags your mom 69420 lowercase sex capital.
Beautiful.
Oh shit, that's funny.